What was every Big Ten team's strength and weakness last year? As usual, these were all based on my Snap College Football Predictive Model final ratings from last year, using the four most influential and predictive metrics of conversion percentage, completion percentage, yards per rush, and yards per pass. The first team we have in this part is Purdue, who had just an absolutely abysmal season last year. They didn't beat a single FBS team, but their strength, if they really had any, was yards per rush, where they're at 66th in the country, but clearly not very good for a strength. And then they had about three or four categories where they're bottom 10 in the country, but technically their weakness was yards per pass allowed, where they're fourth worst in the country. The next team we have is Rutgers, whose strength was completion percentage allowed at 52nd in the country, so still not great for strength, but at least it's a little better than Purdue's. But they also have just an abysmal weakness where they're the third worst team in yards per rush allowed last year. The third team we have in this list is UCLA, who has a huge difference between their strength and weakness. Their strength is yards per rush allowed, where they're 14th in the country, but on the other side, their weakness was yards per rush on offense, where they're all the way down at 113th in the nation. Unsurprisingly, Lincoln Riley's USC team has a strength on offense that is amazing and a weakness on defense that is absolutely terrible. Their strength on offense was yards per rush last year, where they're top 5 in the country. But their weakness was completion percentage allowed, all the way down to 111th in the country. The fifth team we have in this part is Washington. They're a team who I think is really underrated heading into the year. I'm really high on them. I think they can have a great season in year 2 under Jedd Fisch, but their strength last year was yards per pass allowed, ranking top 3 in the nation. But their weakness was third and fourth down conversion percentage, ranking all the way down at 93rd. So if they are going to be the sleeper that I think they can be, they'll have to improve that by a lot this year. The last team we have in this final part is Wisconsin. Their strength last year was yards per rush allowed at 44th in the country, but then their weakness was yards per rush on offense at 113th in the country, according to my model.